bringing you the very latest from across the nation and around the world. This is your primetime news bulletin. A very good evening. I'm Shane Silva.
And I'm Nicola De Zoiza.
Thousands have queued to cast their ballots in Zimbabwe as opposition leader Tsvangirai takes on President Robert Mugabe in what is expected to become one of the most tightly contested presidential elections the nation has ever seen.
The Newsfirst International Desk will have more details on this story. Before that, here's a look at tonight's headlines.
Nominations handed in for the provincial council polls. Deadline for independent groups to submit bonds expires. Dasiri Jayasekara comments on the position of Chief Minister of the Northwestern Province. Deputy Minister Vinayagamurthy Muralidharan reiterates that the 13th Amendment must be implemented. Internal Trade Minister estimates a loss of 30 million from the fire that ravaged a floor at the Satusa building. And a plea from the Cardinal that education not be politicized.
අපි කතා කරනවා මේ ආසියාවේ ආශ්චර්ය ගැන. ආසියාවේ ආශ්චර්ය තියෙන ගොඩනැගිලි ගහන එකෙන් නෙමෙයි.
A fire broke out at the Satusa building down Vauxhall Street, Colombo this morning. The cause of the blaze is yet to be ascertained. Let's now take a detailed look at the fire.
The blaze was doused by the Colombo Fire Brigade. A fire was visible from the windows of the 7th floor of this building. I banged on the door several times, but there was no response. We were informed of a fire at the Satusa building at around 3:20. From the outside, it was evident that there was a fire on the 7th and 8th floors of the building. There was no threat to any lives from the fire. We were later told that there was one person on the 8th floor. While the fire was being contained, we informed that person by telephone to remain on the left side of the building. Now the fire has been completely doused. We also rescued the person who was stranded with the assistance of security personnel. I was on the 8th floor when the fire started. I have an exam and I was studying for it. Later, someone from office informed me over the telephone that there was a fire. When I looked, there was a fire in the 7th floor. After the smoke was gone, they brought me down. Minister of Cooperatives and Internal Trade, Johnston Fernando, arrived at the scene as the flames were being doused. We will renovate the exterior completely. I believe that on every floor there are officers of the Consumer Affairs Authority and the Cooperatives Department and other departments. Our ministry is also located here. We need to look into how this fire broke out. This was the aftermath of the fire that ravaged the 7th floor of the building. The Office of the Police Media spokesperson says that the government analyst, electrical engineer and the police crime scene unit have commenced their investigations.
A fire broke out early this morning in the 7th floor of the Satusa building. The Ministry of Cooperatives and several other departments are located in this building. The media unit of the Ministry of Cooperatives and Internal Trade is located in the 7th floor. According to the Department of Fire, no casualties have been reported. And the reason for the fire is yet to be ascertained. I'm Joel.
Fires at state buildings. A fire at the Anuradhapura Magistrates Court complex. A fire breaks out at the Ministry of Economic Development. A fire during the Walikada prison riot damages documents filed at the prison. Inferno at the Colombo District Secretariat. Numerous documents are destroyed. Why is there still no strong program to ensure the safety of public property? Have proper investigations been conducted into these incidents? When will the revelations of these investigations be put before the public?
Welcome back to the news. His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, the Archbishop of Colombo, has made a plea that education not be politicized. Speaking at an event held in Kalutara today, the Cardinal requested that politicians cease interfering in school affairs.
මේ අධ්‍යාපනය අපි සංස්ථාගත කරලා ආයතනගත කරලා ඊට පස්සේ අපි ඒක දේශපාලනීකරණය කරලා දැන් අධ්‍යාපනය අපි
We have commercialized and institutionalized education. Now we have politicized it and have brought in education to a very challenging position. If this was not the case, we would not be going to schools and making teachers kneel in front of the children. In which world do you see teachers being made to kneel in front of their students? Discipline has deteriorated in education because we have allowed for selfishness to take root in education. The political system must let go of education in the country. The process of discipline has been lost in schools as a result of politicians going into schools and exerting their rule. We get to hear that a Pradesh Sabha member has either murdered someone or that Pradesh Sabha members have gone to various places and done various things. It is all these representatives who give an example to everyone else in the country. What is going on? Is this what we call progress? We speak about the wonder of Asia. Putting up buildings alone will not help achieve this goal. If we can teach Asia and the world a lesson through our religious identity, devotion and culture, then we can be a wonder of Asia. I kindly request that politicians not enter schools. If you are entering a school, enter either as a mother, father or benefactor.
එනකොට එනවා නම් එන්න අම්මා කෙනෙක් තාත්තා කෙනෙක් හැටියට එහෙම නැත්නම් සුබ පතන්නෙක් හැටියට.
A new building at Healy Family Convent in Kaluthara was declared open under the auspices of His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit.
Deputy Minister Vinayagamurthy Muralidharan reiterates that the 13th Amendment to the Constitution must be implemented, adding that it is a right of the Tamil people. The Deputy Minister expressed these views at an event held in Mandur in Batiklo today.
Everyone says that the 13th Amendment must be implemented. We too have firmly reiterated to the President that the 13th Amendment must be implemented. This is because it is our right. It is a right of the Tamil people. We will not let go of it. You cannot decide that you cannot demand this right while sitting with the government. I too am a government minister. In spite of this, we are asking those people to give us the 13th Amendment.
Views were also expressed about Dayasri Jayasekara at this event.
Dayasri Jayasekara has joined us. He will contest the Northwestern Provincial Council election. People coming from every side are strengthening the government. You must make use of this strong government.
Speaking at a public rally in Amber, Kuliyapitiya yesterday, Dayasri Jayasekara expressed the following views.
People are leaving this party day by day because of 4 or 5 people and the party leadership who have become like ticks, sucking the blood of the party. When they try to leave, they are kicked even harder. They deal a blow and then they say Dayasri left for 250 million. I am immensely rich now. They quote various figures. First they said it was 50 million. Then they said it was 100 million. They also said 150 million. Now they are saying 250. And I think yesterday they said 300. Remember that I came to the Kurunagala district carrying only my limbs. I did not ask the president for a board proclaiming me as a chief minister in order to move forward. Atula Vijayasinghe has been made the team leader. I did not ask for that either. I signed as the 37th candidate, but remember that come the 22nd, the 37th candidate will come in first and sit on the chief minister's chair.
Let's now take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day, which we selected from amongst today's English newspapers.
The deadline for independent groups to submit their bonds for the upcoming elections to the Northern, Central and North-Western Provincial Councils expired at noon today. Deputy Elections Commissioner M.M. Mohammed said that the deadline for submitting nominations expires at noon tomorrow. 48 registered political parties had submitted their nominations as of today for the 10 districts in which elections will be held. The Election Secretariat said that 33 independent groups have submitted their nominations.
The majority of registered political parties submitted their nominations today for the coming Northern, Central and North-Western Provincial Council elections. The United People's Freedom Alliance submitted its nominations for the Jaffna, Vavuniya, Mana, Mullaitivu districts in the Northern Province today. Nominations for the Jaffna district were submitted by the UPFA General Secretary, Minister Susil Pramajayantha.
We
are contesting the election in the Jaffna district with very strong organisation and we are assured victory in the Jaffna district. We will also win the election in the Northern Province as a whole and we will bring forth a Chief Minister from the UPFA and develop the Northern Province further in keeping with the government's development program, ensuring that the people receive all the benefits. We will work towards the progress of our district together with the people. Our people are aware of this. Our people have a clear opinion regarding this. The provincial council system is only for development. No one can lead our people into the dark through politics anymore. They believe that by joining the government, the people will have a good future. The United National Party's nominations for the Northern Provincial Council election was submitted by Parliamentarian D.M. Swaminathan. We are prepared to face a fair election. Our primary intention at this election is that if the Tamil people want to move towards autonomous rule through the 13th Amendment or otherwise, then all voters in the Northern Province must select pure, fair and honest councillors without looking at party politics. The Janata Vimukti Peramuna's nominations for the Jaffna district were submitted by JVP Politburo member MP Sunil Hadunnetty. The theme of our election campaign is to unite the Sinhalese, Tamil and Muslim people for national unity. We believe that the undemocratic rule that is being carried out by the government and its oppression has come before us today. But in the face of all these obstacles, we will win all these challenges and we hope to conduct our election campaign in a democratic and peaceful manner. The UPFA also submitted its nominations for the Vavuniya district today. The JVP's nominations for the Vavuniya district were submitted by JVP Politburo member Anura Kumara Disanayaka. There is no space for multi-party politics in these provinces. Over the recent past, all non-government parties have had pressure exerted on them by the security forces, government intelligence and government intervention. It is at such a decisive instance that they have visited the homes of our candidates who are contesting the election and have subjected them to interrogation and threats. The Sri Lanka Muslim Congress too submitted its nominations for the Vavuniya district today. The UPFA and the SLMC submitted their nominations for the Mana district today. The UPFA's nominations for the Kurunegala district was submitted today by its group leader and former Chief Minister Athula Vijayasinghe. As I said before, you can see today who is listed as number 1 on the list. The JVP's nominations for the Kurunegala district was submitted by the group leader Namal Karunaratne. The Democratic Party and the SLMC too submitted their nominations for the Kurunegala district today. The UPFA's nominations for the Puttalam district was submitted today by a group including the group leader Priyasiri Ramanayaka. The JVP and the Democratic Party also submitted their nominations for the Puttalam district today.